Hi, I'm Stanzie. I always really enjoyed singing when I was little, but I didn't know that I could sing. It was kind of a funny thing. I was a cheerleader in middle school, and I was in the car with a bunch of other girls from cheerleading, and we were going to like a football game. And I was singing this Alicia Keys song that came on the radio. And all of my friends were like, oh my gosh, wow, you can sing. After that, I was just totally hooked. And then I joined the choir in high school, just loved singing. And so it's really always been like connected to my heart. I got hooked into music when I got my first solo in middle school singing in a musical. And I just had so much fun being able to sing and be on stage, and it was like this feeling I had never experienced before. And so after that, I was just always going to be singing at some point, you know, singing at home or on stage or just out with friends. I always had this passion to sing when I was at home, and then one day I just decided, you know, it's one thing I haven't pursued in my life that I really love, so I'm gonna give it a try. For me, it's important to have powerful messages in the music that I create, because I've always had this desire to inspire people. And even, I guess that's why I was a cheerleader. But I always liked to help motivate people, because I always saw that people had, you know, maybe potential that they weren't fully living. And so then with creating music, I wanted to bring messages through my songs that might inspire people to either live a better life or step up to a better version of themselves, or to claim something that maybe they have forgotten about themselves. So that's the most important thing for me. And I love all types of music. So the songs that come through when I'm writing are very different. So I have to sort of pick and choose what I want to share with the world. But I do have a lot of influences of like R&B, pop, even some country. It's sort of evolved from when the first time I wrote a song. It literally came through to me when I was sleeping, and I woke up, and it's very rare because I never remember dreams or anything, but I woke up with this song in my head, and so I wrote it down really quickly and was singing it into my phone. And that was like sort of the opening of like, okay, I can do this. Now my creative process is that I meditate, and I just get really centered and connected. I just welcome in, you know, like a melody and like a theme or a word that I want to amplify in a song. And then it just starts to flow through, and I start writing. So when I come back to refine it, I make the lyrics fit better and, you know, might change the melody a little bit. So a message that I would like to give to my fans is the greatest gift you can bring to this world is your authentic expression. So a lot of times people are trying to be someone else, you know, or trying to be someone that they're not. And it's just because that's how, you know, culture tells us to be. And when we're living the truth of who we are, we really shine, and that's powerful. And the more people that are shining, you know, I think the world will be a better place.
And I see the truth. I choose this life. I see the truth. I choose this.
So the best advice that I have been given is to never try to be someone else, because you will always be second best. And the best thing you can do is be yourself. And I really struggled with that, especially with music, because I could only sing other people's songs, and I was a perfectionist with anything that I would do performance related. And then I realized that that was limiting my ability to write songs and to sing my own music, because I never felt good enough Like I never felt as good as Alicia Keys or whoever else that was famous or had an amazing voice. So when I finally let go of that perfectionism and trying to be someone else's standard, then I was able to start writing songs and sing and just enjoy and appreciate my own expression and my voice as well. For me, when I was growing up, I had a pretty challenging life. My mother died when I was 7, and my father wasn't really present because he was, having a lot of challenges with the entire thing that happened. And so most of my life growing up, I felt like I was living under a dark cloud, and that everything was really hard and challenging, and that nothing worked in my favor. And then after doing a lot of self-reflection, there's a point in my life where I just felt like I was at rock bottom, like nothing was working very well. I was having like terrible relationship, and I was just feeling really bad. And I realized something had to change, and so I started to really work on myself and do some inner reflection and move past like my childhood traumas and things like that. And then everything just changed one day, and I woke up and I felt like so happy and alive and happy for no reason. So the more that I was working on myself and learning self-love and getting connected with my purpose, like everything just changed, and I was grateful, and I just felt so alive for the first time. And everything changed from there, and my life just really took off and became such a full of opportunity and so positive, and great relationships and all of this. So that's what Choose is really about. It's about going from basically being in the darkness and feeling lost and confused, and then going into that space of being so connected to yourself and life and feeling alive and happy. And the key message is that you really have to choose that. And a lot of my life growing up, I felt like, I was waiting for things to work in my favor. And what I realized is that you really have to decide and choose that you want something better. And when you make that decision, and when you start to actively choose something better than what you're currently living, then it's gonna happen. So that's what this song is about: choosing the life you want to live, choosing to be you, and choosing to have more love and happiness and joy and or whatever else you want in life.
And I will never forget, 'cause I choose.
So it was really cool to do the music video. It's the first time I've been acting since high school, and it was just a really cool experience to be able to do this in Brazil, where everything is just so beautiful, and the land here, the earth is so powerful. Like the energy here is strong, and it's just so magical to be able to have a music video here. And also it was just so awesome that I was able to work with some very professional people and just create this amazing video for the first one. For me, I have an album that I've been working on, so I'm in the process of finishing the album. So the next step is to release the next song, the next single, then eventually releasing an entire album and bringing that to the world, and to start performing and sharing this music on stages all over. So going on tour when things start to open up.